Okay, so the purpose of this video is to explain the conjugate sequence system, where it came from, what it is, and how it's used at Pioneered Strength for our training. So let's first talk about where it came from. It came from the Soviet Union, and they used it in the mid to late 1900s. It originated from the Dynamo Club, which was a club that helped organize multiple different sports. Here's a coin from the Dynamo Club with a couple different sports depicted on it. It helped the Soviets win many Olympic gold medals in the short time that they were around for the Olympics. And it also helped build some of the strongest athletes to ever live, and is actually being used currently in Chinese weightlifting. So what is the conjugate sequence system? It is one system for all sports, but it can be directly changed for the needs of the sports, whether you're a football player, basketball player, a weightlifter, a powerlifter, etc. It'd just be changed based off your sport, the exercises, where you're trying to direct your training. It includes a multi-year training cycle. So basically you'd have strength building cycles, you'd have speed building cycles, you'd have competition phases. And here's an example. You could think of A1 and A2 as strength cycles, and T1 and T2 as speed cycles, and maybe R1 at the end there would be a competition cycle. And it includes many methods, or all methods of training. So it includes high repetition, low repetition, heavy weight, lightweight, fast movement, slow movement, anything you can think of, bodybuilding, weightlifting, CrossFit, anything you can think of, you can throw in there and rotate it in the conjugate sequence system. It's all methods conjugated together. That is why it's called the conjugate system. So first you need to understand what an adaptation is. So your body can only adapt to new stimulus. So you can think of a stimulus as exercises, and the adaptation you get is, the strength or whatever you gain from that stimulus. So your body can only adapt to new stimuluses. This is why progress stalls on exercises that are repeated often. So you have to change up every so often, or you won't obtain a new adaptation. Having multiple stimuluses or exercises that are rotated over time will ensure new adaptations. This basically means you can have a large selection of exercises. You can have upwards to 500 exercises to choose from. And if you just rotate through them different times of the year, you'll continuously gain new adaptations from it. You'll never become stagnant, and you'll never plateau off on anything. So adaptations are basically strength gains, and a large variety of exercises or stimuluses equals more chance for strength gains or more chance for adaptations. So the adaptations we're trying to get, our strength, can be classified in different strength qualities. One quality is maximum strength, which is how much weight you can lift, for 1 to 3 reps. Another quality is strength speed, how fast you can move a heavy weight, like 80% of your max, 70% of your max, somewhere around that range. Submaximal strength, how much weight you can do for 3 to 6 reps, just somewhat a little bit lighter than maximal strength. And then there's also different qualities that we won't worry about, like speed endurance, strength endurance, speed strength, and there's a lot more that I don't even know of. So the adaptations are going to give us our strength quality. The accessories is our stimuluses. So accessory movements are exercises that help build the main sporting movement, squat, bench, and deadlift in powerlifting, for example, or the clean and press or the snatch in Olympic weightlifting. So accessories, based off what sport you are, the accessories are going to be different, what sport you play. So accessories are categorized in 2 groups. One is general, which is pretty much given to everybody under the same training cycle. This would be like in powerlifting, for example, it would be something similar to a deadlift, something similar to a squat, something similar to a bench. So everybody gets general accessories. It's exercises that build the muscles/movements that directly aid the sport. Then there's specific accessories, exercises that help build a specific trainee's weakness. So if there was a certain trainee that had weak glutes, we would give him a glute accessory. Or if he had a weak neck, we would give him some kind of neck accessory. That'd be specific just to him. But everybody is weak in something. Everyone can work on something, so everyone gets both general and specific accessories. So adaptations, strength qualities, and accessories all work together. So trainees at Pioneer Strength will undergo workouts that help build that trainee's specific weakness in the sport, maximum strength, strength speed, and other, if needed, if they're weak in something else. They'll help work the general needs of the sport, and they'll also do prehab and rehab movements. So basically we do general accessories and specific accessories. We do max effort strength stuff. We do speed strength stuff and anything else if a certain trainee needs it, and also prehab, rehab stuff. So this is how Pioneered Strength uses the conjugate sequence system. We train 5 days a week. We have 2 days to increase max strength. We got the first day out of 5 to increase max strength in the upper body, and the 5th day out of 5 to increase max strength in the lower body. And we also have 2 days to increase strength speed, how fast you can move a heavier weight. So we got the second day out of 5 to increase strength speed in the lower body, and the 4th day out of 5 to increase strength speed in the upper body. So we can break it down in a little bit better detail. You have day 1, max out on a bench press, or something similar to a bench press. It's basically building max effort strength in the upper body. And the next thing would be work on weak triceps and trainee. That would be an example of a specific accessory. And then the rest of the workout would be general accessories, increase upper body pressing and pulling strength. Day 2, we take 75% to 85% of our 1 rep max on squats or deadlifts, and we move it explosively fast. That's going to work on our strength speed in our lower body. Next thing would be specific accessory, work on weak hamstrings and trainee, that's an example, and then a general accessory, increase lower body squat and deadlift strength. Day 3, we drag weighted sleds for distance, and then we work on tight muscles and joints. So working on tight muscles and joints, that's our prehab and rehab stuff. Dragging the weighted sleds, that's one, building submaximal strength in either upper or lower body, depending on what type of sled you're going to drag and how you're going to do it. But it's also building aerobic and anaerobic capacity, which is pretty important for powerlifting. Day 4, we pretty much take 75 to 85% of our bench or overhead press or incline bench, just something for upper body, and we move it explosively fast. That's going to work on our strength speed in the upper body. Then we do a specific accessory, work on weak biceps and trainee, that's an example, and then general accessories, increase upper body pressing and pulling strength. Then the last day, we max out on a squat or deadlift or something similar to the both, which increases max strength in the lower body. Then we do a specific accessory, work on weak quads and trainee, that's an example. And then we do general accessories, increase lower body squat and deadlift strength. So we're building all the important strength qualities throughout the 5 days. We're doing rehab stuff, we're doing prehab stuff, we're doing specific accessories, and we're doing general accessories, all kind of spread out through 5 days. All right, so the conclusion would be the conjugate system has many variables that are changed to obtain new adaptations for specific trainees at specific times. So maybe closer to a powerlifting meet, we might throw in more competition lifts, competition bench with commands, competition squat with commands, competition deadlift with commands, stuff like that. Further away from a meet, we might do stuff to help build a specific weakness in a trainee, like build larger triceps, build larger hamstrings, get the quads stronger, get the glutes stronger, build some abs. There's a lot of examples, but stuff like that. The conjugate system has a large exercise selection. This is how we get so many adaptations. It has large rep ranges. 10 reps, 12 reps, 20 reps, 1 rep, 3 reps, etc. And we kind of will interchange those at different times based off what strength quality we're trying to build. And it has interchangeable methods. And what I mean by that, is rep schemes like 5-3-1, 5-5-5, 6-6-6, 10-10-10. Rep styles, you got paused reps, you got negatives, you have stuff like spoto press, you have stuff like 3 seconds on the way down, 5 seconds on the way up. Then you have set styles. You got stuff like supersetting. You got short rest intervals, long rest intervals, and there's a lot of different interchangeable methods that we kind of pull back and forth just to get another adaptation. And doing this, kind of just going back and forth through different stimuluses, it will consistently give you new adaptations. So this conjugate sequence system will offer a consistent increase in strength over time. So I hope this kind of cleared up any confusion on anybody, and I appreciate you watching the video.